outdoor adventures.
Hey guys, Chuke here from Chuke's Outdoor. Well, I talk a lot of smack about a lot of firearms, and so I wanted to go over the two main firearm companies that I really have nothing bad to say about because I can't find anything bad about them. Now you may say, oh Chuke, what makes you the expert? Well, in the last 10 years I've gone through more firearms than most people have in their entire life because I am a firearms addict. I'm constantly getting something new and trading it for something else, and it's a horrible affliction. I got really better for a couple of years. I kind of stopped, but now my buddy Tim is just pestering me, and he's like a million times worse than me, and so he's got me all riled up and like going through a bunch of stuff. Anyways, I'm working on it, but I've had the chance, and it's been really fun for the channel to test out a whole bunch of firearms and different platforms and companies. Now, I am not one to shy away from bad-mouthing companies. It makes me feel bad sometimes. Taurus, of course, I'm going to be doing another big fail video on that TH10 after I saw like what it does with the, you know, it dropped the mag and stuff, but now it's failing with the 220 grain. Big hard cast, but I've done the videos on Glocks blowing up, and I'm a Glock fanboy. I think Glock is one of the best pistols you can buy that's going to be reliable for its price point. I like Glocks, but sometimes they have problems, and some of the older 10 millimeters and 40 Smith & Wessons have a lot of, anyways, I've talked about Glock before, SIG, of course, with the whole P320 thing, and to some extent some of the issues they were having with the SIG P365. People challenge me on that, but if you look at tactical considerations, he's got it all documented on video. There's been a few other companies that I've, you know, talked about, you know, companies from Turkey and 1911s and this and that, but there are a couple companies that I've just had nothing but good experiences with, and I can't really say anything bad about them. Now, the first company I am going, and that doesn't mean that other people haven't had problems, but I've had a lot of firearms for these companies. I personally haven't had any problems. So the first company I have to say is Ruger, and here is, this is safe, this is the iconic Ruger Toklat Super Red Hawk 454 Casull revolver that Chuck, even to this day, says this is the best all-around Alaska bear defense revolver you can buy. It's fairly heavy, so the recoil isn't that bad. 454 Casull doesn't have crazy recoil like some of the other big bore calibers do. It holds 6 rounds. You can get, you know, load up 400 grain hard cast, and it's just a hard-hitting, beautiful, tough pistol. Now, I have taken this out into the wild, berry picking, fishing, hiking. I've taken other Ruger Red Hawks on hunting trips and just beat them against rocks and dropped them, and you know, really rough when I'm out hunting in Alaska. And I actually, one of these Rugers saved my life, the Ruger Alaskan, because I hadn't slept in 24 hours, and this big black bear kept like harassing me and trying to eat my food and eat me. It was starving, and so I would just fire at it. And you know, the Ruger you can rely on. These are just tough steel. They're rugged. I like the triggers on a Smith & Wesson revolver, but I can't say that they're as tough and reliable as these Rugers. Now, I personally have not had any problems with any of the Rugers I've had. Even the semi-autos, they're not my favorite. That newish Ruger Max 9, it hasn't had a lot of problems. It's been reliable. As far as I can tell, even the Ruger semi-autos, they're not jam-o-matics. They're good firearms, but especially, you know, now that they're taking over some of the Marlin, I'm really excited about that. I want one of those 4570s. But these, as far as rugged survival pistols, you can't find better, more reliable, tougher pistols than the Ruger Alaskan line. So I literally have never had problems with any of my Ruger firearms. I've owned quite a few, and I can't say that about other companies. Now, the second company, I bet you can guess what it's going to be. This is HK, Heckler Koch. This is my iconic USP. You can see I'm wearing the Metal Gear Solid t-shirt, and I grew up playing Metal Gear Solid, and now I'm having fun with, you know, similar firearms that Solid Snake had. So this is a safe firearm, but this is the USP 45. I personally have never had a jam in any of my HKs. I've bought USP 40s several times. The police trade-ins never jammed. I've had several of these 45s. I've had the HK 45 Compact Tactical, the HK full-size 45. Shot them a lot, never had a jam. Other people said that they have. I personally haven't seen that. I shoot 45 Super out of this and get, you know, 10 millimeter power, sometimes more. I can really not say anything bad about HK. I don't care for the VP9 platform. It's just my preference. I like Glock a little more than their striker fired, but you know, that's just my preference. So we got that, and another grail is the SP5 I now have. This is the civilian kind of version of that iconic MP5, and I have a brace on there, but just pure joy, pure fun. I've been playing with this for a little while, not a single jam. It's got the classic, you know, roller blowback system from the Cold War era that is just really smooth to shoot and really reliable. But anyways, tomorrow I'll have a video up on this. I'm just ecstatic about this. So actually, I'm kind of thankful Tim had me on that kind of rampage of going through firearms, because now I have one of my grails. So I am really happy with this. And I can't say anything bad about HK. You know, Marlin, I can't say anything bad about either, but they just kind of do one thing with their lever guns, whereas Ruger and HK put out all kinds of different platforms and styles. I would say they're the top two firearm companies around. The Ruger customer service is exceptional. Chuck sent in a pistol. Maybe he had a timing issue with something. He had I forgot what it wasn't an SP101, it was something like that, and they went ahead and Cerakoted it for him and sent him a little note. Hope to see it on the channel, wink wink. And just really nice guys at Ruger. I can't really say anything bad about them, but there you have it. Let me know if I'm wrong. I know people accuse me of being a Glock fanboy, but I put HK and Ruger at the very top of all firearm companies and firearms for that much. So let me know if you guys agree with me. I'll have the SP5 video up in the morning. Please buy a Chuke hoodie. I got links down below. Become a patron, help out the channel. Thanks guys, it's Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, don't get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10 millimeter. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time, guaranteed.